One day in Valhalla, a girl named Carolina and a guy named Church were talking and trying to find a man that had greatly impacted their lives. The man's name was the director. He was in charge of a project called Project Freelancer. The man had taken and trained them to be the best they can be. He even had them go on missions with a team. Each was named after a state, and they were happy. One day, one of the members died, and they became sad, and eventually their numbers diminished. And then Church and Carolina questioned why he had sent them on all those missions, risking their lives. Eventually they found him and found his reasons. He was hiding in a warehouse far in where they used to train. He created countless copies of his old friend, trying to bring her back to life and have everything back the way it used to be. But he failed countless times and just kept trying to get her right. They found him in a facility watching the same video file over and over and over. Hello, Church and Carolina. Would you like to watch this video file with me?
Hello, Carolina. Hello, Director. So this is what you become. This is what you've been doing all this time, trying to recreate her perfectly every time.
I just need a little more time. I've almost got her right. You've had enough time. You need to answer and repent for what you did to Carolina, to Texas, to Washington, to me.
Let's just go, Church.
Carolina, before you go, could you be so kind to leave me your pistol?
Okay, Director. Goodbye.
They leave as the director shuts down all the systems and seals the door while he watches the clip once again. Carolina and Church take their new friends to a new base where they can be safe and live happily. Though in spite of everything, Church learned something about Carolina. He learned that she is wiser than he ever knew, and that sometimes your anger can fester, and when you find the source of that anger, it can burst out of you and kill. You can still show some resolution, though, and he thinks that he should have thought more than he did, and realize that though it wasn't his decision, that he can be inundate for the director because his life deteriorated around him, and he has become pitiful to a point where all he does is wish his life were back to the way it was before all of this happened. But then they get a message that one of the suits of armor from one of their deceased friends had been stolen. So they decide to go look for it. But then Church doesn't want to leave his friends, and if he did, he didn't want to say goodbye because he hated goodbyes. Carolina only had one thing to say: that my mother was never around much, and she never said goodbye. Because then, if you never say goodbyes, then you're never really gone. So they leave and never say goodbye, and their friends wonder where he's went, but since he never said goodbye, he was never really gone.